Weird Party came to be when Piers, myself, and Bill lived in a home together, and we had random jams in the living room. And all of a sudden, at the end of these jams, somebody decided to call out Weird Party.
We call ourselves mellow funk, but we're kind of ambient, we're kind of psychedelic, we've got a bunch of soul, we're primarily instrumental.
The Weird Party sound is eclectic. I think we all have different influences, but we certainly, as a uniform policy, try to create things that can be danceable.
My personal hair icons would be probably Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins, because he has no hair. The weirdest hairstyle I've ever had, while I was 7 years old, I got straight up spikes. I got a bunch of dippity-doo in my hair, and I rode down the driveway. My best friend was at the bottom. He couldn't contain himself laughing. He fell over and he broke his elbow.
My personal hair icons are Marilyn Monroe, James Dean. My mom thought it was a good idea to shave my head other than bangs. It was like a big tuft of poofy white hair.
My hair icons: Jim Morrison, Robert Plant, David Bowie. The weirdest haircut I had wasn't actually a haircut, but it was a little hair dyeing experiment I did when I was coming of age, and against my parents' wishes I decided to dye my hair purple.
My personal hair icons would have to be Ric Flair, David Bowie, and Punky Meadows. The first time I ever got a haircut from somebody who wasn't my mom, I go in there and he's like, a little more off the top, a little more off the top. By the time he's done, it looked like Pee Wee Herman.
My personal hair icons, I would say, are the Hobbits. I got my cousin to do like blonde highlights in my hair, and it looked like my hair looked like a leopard. If
we could have anyone front Weird Party, alive or dead, I'm gonna go with Jim Morrison.
The weirdest gig I've played so far is Masquerade Party, where the band didn't come with any masks.
The weirdest thing I've ever worn is probably my father's leather suit. It was handmade, it's one of a kind, it's got a great leather crotch that you can really do up.
My favorite Weird Party song on the latest album is Sax McCain, because it reminds me of Homer Simpson when he says saxophone.
The weirdest food I've ever eaten. I went through a bit of a phase of putting hot sauce in banana bread. A lot of people thought that was weird.
For those that don't know, there is another band called Weird Party that exists in Texas. It's a friendly relationship. We both acknowledge each other's existence.
In comparing Weird Party Texas versus Weird Party Victoria, they're definitely raw, withered, whereas Weird Party Victoria moisturizes.